So for those of you guys hopping on, I just wanted to give you guys some announcements. I know Memorial Day was yesterday, so it's kind of a little bit of a weird week, but I wanted to make sure I did this call tonight and kept it real. Just a few announcements for you guys. If you didn't see the National Wake Up Call yesterday, Summit's coming. If you don't have your ticket, you should get it because hot damn, it's like my favorite event of the year, and I can't wait to see and meet so many of you, hopefully in person. You guys know the Summit Party qualifications, SC10 this month, make it happen. We're going to talk about that tonight specifically, and I'm really excited about this. Ooh, if you guys could mute yourselves, that would be great when you pop on. Some of you can't mute. The other cool thing is for Super Weekend, it's coming up the end of July, which I know is always a funny weekend because it's right after Summit, but it's the first time that they're advertising it as a coach event. So it's kind of like a sneak peek into coaching where you can bring challengers or your friends and they can really see what the coaching opportunity is like. So it's not going to just be for coaches. I sometimes think that we don't use Super Saturday to our advantage, or Super Weekend. I always say Super Saturday. But keep that in mind, especially if you're going to Summit, or especially if you're not. You can use Super Weekend as a way to do a sneak peek into coaching, right? So start thinking about, as Morning Meltdown's coming, there's a lot of things coming down the pipeline for y'all to build momentum towards, which is so, so huge. And the Recover packets launch this week. You guys know Vegan Chocolate Recover's out. Yay, I know I'm excited about that. And they just launched new 21-day fix and 21-day fix exchange offers. So make sure you guys check that out. I'm trying to think, any other announcements, recognition? I know Audrey, Success Starter, I'm super proud of you. I don't think you've been on the team call where I've actually said it to you. So she had Success Starter and is going to Summit for free this year. And I know that Kimmy is on her first month working towards Success Starters. Anybody else have any other recognition you guys want to shout out? This is not exclusive to my team. Totally anybody and everybody. You can unmute yourself or chat or any of the above. All right, well, you guys can chat and I'm going to keep moving. So I wanted to do this call tonight because, to be completely 100% transparent with you guys, I am currently at Success Club 0. And that never happens to me. I have been a coach for almost 5 years. And I have hit Success Club 53 months in a row. So this is month 54 for me. And there is no way in heck that I'm not going to hit it. Like Mackenzie knows, SE10 is my minimum. I've been hitting it for like 3 years straight. Sometimes you have those months where life just catches up to you and you have a decision at the end of the month with 4 days left. Are you going to just like throw in the towel and call it a day? Or are you going to use it as your reason to kind of propel you forward? And I thought it was the perfect time for me to get on and be transparent, because I think sometimes we see top coaches. I mean, my team's a multi-star diamond team. We're 3-star diamond lifetime. We've been in 4-star qualification. I've earned 6 figures cumulatively with Beachbody. I mean, all the things that some of us aspire to be, or we don't even know we want to be. Like, I've hit a lot of milestones with my team and my own personal business. But this is always the foundation, right? Like, what does your coach tell you? When you want to be successful, when you want to build income, what do you have to do first? You got to always hit Success Club, because your coaches are never going to do what you don't do. And it was kind of messing with me this weekend, because I don't know if you guys felt this way, where it's like, well, I don't want to bother people. Like, I know it's Memorial Day and I don't want to send, like, I don't know, should I send the invite? Should I not? And so I want to kind of walk you through my mentality, because I'm in the trenches with you. Every month is not easy. There is months where it comes like people just fly out of the woodworks, and there's months where I got to really, really work for it. And I want to be honest with you about that, because no matter where you are in your coach journey, there's going to be months where you're thrown off, and it's not anything specific that happened, but I know why this month is harder for me, because 3 months ago, I really had a tough month personally. And usually what happened 3 months ago in your business or in your life affects you 3 months from now. And so hopefully the things that I share with you tonight, you can take and know that every top coach you see at some point or another struggles. They have a month where, or maybe a couple of months where they just, you might not know what's going on behind the scenes and they might not be honest with you guys, but I keep it real AF. Like, I'm going to hit SC10 in the next 4 days. I'm going to change 5 lives. And I'm going to share with you guys the mentality that I have behind it so that you can hopefully take the same fire with you to your own business and change lives right alongside me. So you probably have heard some of these things before, and they're not going to be new to you. I don't have slides or anything like that because I just like speaking from the heart. You probably have noticed that over the course of the month. And I would encourage you guys to stay till the end because we are going to make a special announcement on kind of how this group's going to continue, or I don't want to give too much away, but I promise to make it direct to the point and hopefully you have a notebook out. So my first question to you is, where are you at with Success Club? So I want you to put in the chat, what's your SC numbers? I know Mackenzie asked it in the group, and from the last time I checked it, there wasn't that many people that answered the question. So I'm going to make you accountable on this call and put it in the chat. Tell us where you're at. It's a no judgment zone. We're not here to compare anything like that, but I just want to know where you're at. All right, awesome. I see 2, 14, 0. No sad faces. Carrie, no sad faces. I just asked what your number was, that's all. This is not to be sad. This is to fire you up. That's why you're here. You want something out of this. Keep it coming. I know there's like, how many boxes? 4, it's 12, 13. I can do math. See, there's a reason you guys came tonight because you're not the only ones, right? We're all, I told y'all, I'm at 0 right now too. Keep it coming. Be honest. It's okay. All right, cool. Y'all keep typing. So the reason that I asked that, we got it over with. We ripped off the Band-Aid. We're honest of where we're at, how many lives we've changed. Like freaking, I'm going to butcher your name. Jalen, did I say it right? She's crushing it, right? And so if she can do it, we can all do it. And so the first thing I asked myself this weekend after a holiday is, where am I at with my 4 vital behaviors? Whenever I feel lost or stuck or like this isn't working, or you guys know they're ingrained in your head. You know what the 4 vitals are. But let me check you on them real fast. What program are you doing right now? Are you kind of sort of showing up for your program, or are you actually doing the program? I know I'm on day 40 of 80-day obsession. I've done every workout. I've crushed it no matter what's been going on in my nutrition. But I know what products I'm using as well, right? Are you showcasing what products you're using? Every day, I share my shake. Every day, I share my Glow Juice, which I know Mackenzie will laugh because we laughed about it on the cruise and they were like, what the hell is Glow Juice? That's what my team calls Energize. What are the things that you're using? Are you actually showing them? Are you actually using them? Are you actually drinking your shake every day? Seems so like silly, but I mean, are you? Are you using the performance line? Are you doing your workout program, or are you just kind of doing whatever the heck you feel like doing every day? And for me, I knew my nutrition was off, which usually when you're off your health and fitness game, you're off your business game, right? Anybody else feel that way ever before? So what I did today is I downloaded, if you don't know that we have this, it's okay. We have a nutrition app with Beachbody. And so I bought the Ultimate Portion Fix certification in March. I still haven't completed it, but I sat down this weekend and I got 2 more modules done because I needed to fire myself up about something, right? Like if you are feeling blah, or like this isn't exciting, or I keep doing the same thing with no results, you need to change what you're doing. So if you don't have the certification for Ultimate Portion Fix yet, you freaking do it, right? Because you need to educate yourself so that you can educate other people, so that you can get excited. Like I got excited about coaching again, because there's going to be times where it's like, oh, I don't want to do the unsexy stuff. I got to follow 25 people today. Like, I don't know, maybe that's like too much. No, you find things to get excited about. So if your workout program isn't serving you, change it. If your nutrition program isn't serving you, change it. Those little tweaks can totally change your business because you see the way you coach in a different perspective. And it seems so like simple, but it really does. Guys, for 2 years in my business, I sat and I watched other people go farther than me. And you know what changed me? It was, yes, a test group, but it was a program that scared the shit out of me. Sorry if there's kids. I should probably ask that first. It was when I did Shift Shop. And ever since then, my health and fitness has been on a whole different level because that just spoke to me. I just poured my heart and soul into that program. And every program from here on out, I do it to a T. So we all know that morning meltdown's coming. What are you doing to prepare for it? And what are you doing with your challengers to prepare them? Are your challengers just out on the island and you have no idea what their goals are, when they're drinking their shake, what program they're doing? Or are you giving them a path to go towards where you are going? If you want to have a big morning meltdown test group in July, guess what? Right now, we got to be on our game. So what workout program are you doing? What products are you using? What meal plan are you on? I actually was on the phone with one of my coaches today, and she had no idea what 2B mindset is. And I was like, wow, okay, something I haven't talked a lot about in my challenge group because I'm I'm a portion fix girl. That's like my jam. But sometimes, again, you have to shift your focus and know what your people need. So like, what plan are you doing? What plan are you talking about? Not just in your challenge groups, but on your stories. Are you showcasing your recipes? Like, are you giving to people without asking anything? Because the hardest thing to do at the end of the month is to think it's all about you, right? We just think, I'm going to up my invite game. I'm just going to send more invites. I'm going to just connect with more people. How about like, how much can I give to somebody? Like, I love how simple Mackenzie actually shared this. Why not, when someone says no to you, give them a recipe, give them a podcast, give them a book recommendation, tell them where you got your cool new sports bra, give them something that is of value that you don't expect anything in return. And what's going to happen? They're going to trust you the next time that you ask and come to them, and it might be a better time. Okay, mindset. Let's just talk about this for a second, because this is something that's really important. If you do not believe you can hit Success Club in the next 4 days, you're never going to do it. You won't. If you keep sitting there like, this isn't going to happen, nobody's answering me, nobody's responding to me, I don't know what to do, I don't know what other actions to take. No. You need to get in your earbuds as many hours a day as personal development as you possibly can. When you're cooking, when you're doing your workout, when you're showering, when you're getting ready in the morning, when you're driving your car, when you're sitting at work and you're doing absolutely nothing. Maybe your jobs are different than mine, but I have some mindless work sometimes where I can just listen to music all day long. Why not listen to PD? So like, I up my PD game really hard when I'm pushing for anything. Like, if you're pushing for a rank, if you're pushing for a Success Club, because you have to be so solid in your mindset that you don't care how many no's you hear. Because y'all know I'm going to tell you got a 10x whatever you're doing right now, right? Like, we all know that. But if you don't get on and truly believe that you can do it, I believe that I can help 5 people tonight. But like, do you think that way? It's kind of like when you go to buy a car and you pick that one model out, right? That color that you want, the interior, you see it, right? And then what happens? You leave the dealership because you don't want to give them your money right off the bat. You want to play the game and negotiate and do all that fun jazz stuff that I really don't like doing. You start seeing those cars everywhere, right? Like, you start noticing everywhere. Oh my gosh, that's a car. I can't stop seeing it. I just keep seeing it everywhere. Why? It's not because there's more of those cars out there. It's because you are focusing on that more. So if you're focusing on, I just can't hit it, Success Club is hard, nobody wants to join me, I'm not getting any likes on my posts, guess what you're going to attract more of in your life? Not as many likes, nobody's answering you, nobody's connecting with your posts. Instead, if you're focusing on, oh my gosh, I can't wait to share this like bomb post tonight. I really want to speak my heart. I'm going to share something that's vulnerable in my story because I know there's somebody out there that needs to hear it and needs to connect with me tonight. The people start coming. Like, I can't tell you how many months it's like I attract them into my life because that's what I believe from the inside out. And I'm a very intuitive person. So you might think that that's bad shit, whatever. But that's how you need to think about your goals for this month. It's only impossible if you think it's impossible. I mean, gosh, the light bulb, what was it, like 10,000 times or 1,000 times? I don't know, something ridiculous before the light bulb worked. Imagine if they gave up. We wouldn't be sitting here on this call tonight. So you just have to have the mindset that there's millions of people out there that need us and need this community, and they are lost and they feel horrible after a holiday weekend. And so that's why I wanted to do this call, because it's like perfect timing for you guys to get on and really share your hearts, because you know what happened this weekend. People overdrank, they were traveling, they were off their routine, they didn't have the gym with them, they probably didn't work out, they definitely didn't eat clean. And so you have a solution that can totally change that trajectory for them, but you have to have the mindset that you can. Okay, so I got a question about books today. And you probably have heard your coach say this before, but personal development is personal. And so if you're reading a book right now that is like, rah, rah, I don't know, like something that has nothing to do with taking action and attracting what you want into your life, I really don't think that's serving you. So like, I was reading You Are a Badass Making Money last week. That doesn't really affect me right now. I need something like the 10X rule that's going to like get me fired up and kick me in the pants and just like make me want to go send 20 invites or connect with 20 new people or whatever. So I would really look at what PD you're doing and not just check it off the list, but do it that serves you. You guys know that, but I just need to say it. Who are you celebrating? I think this is the most underserved vital behavior. When's the last time that you got on your page and celebrated somebody else from your team, from your challenge group? Not just transformations, guys, but like actually people changing their life. Like you could go into your challenge tracker app today, I would bet, and there's somebody in there that shared something that they crushed today, that they're proud of today, that they wouldn't have done if they were not a part of your community. Are you sharing that? Because that's important. Like people need to know the transparency of what really truly happens in our community. It is not just workouts, but that's what we're up, like that's the persona of what people think sometimes, because it's hard to share mindset, right? It's hard to share I'm pretty bland with my nutrition. That's why I was asking Mackenzie what she was eating, because I'm like, I don't know, I just eat the same things every day. To me, it's easy now. I've been doing this for 5 years, like just eat per the containers. People need to know that it's so much more than that. And the way you showcase that is the stories that you tell of the people within your community. That's the essence of what we do as coaches. And so the easiest way to like build momentum and interest and like spark a new light is to celebrate what you already have and celebrate it unapologetically. I went on my stories today and I shared transformations from my challengers that have been with me for years and told their story and walked through how they've really changed their life. Use your team. If you don't have current challengers, go use Mackenzie's challengers. Go use other coaches on your teams. It doesn't have to be just from you, but it's got to be this constant party and celebration and energy of what people want to be a part of. If I got on this team call tonight and I was like, you guys just need to send 20 invites, you'd look at me like, this was a boring call. Why did I waste my time getting on here, right? It's about energy. So are you getting on your stories and speaking like this with energy that people want to be a part of what you're doing? That's half the battle is FOMO. So the more you can celebrate what's already happening within your community, the better people are going to connect to maybe that person's story even more than your own, which is going to allow them to connect to you. Okay. This is something else. So I've been getting the objection that I already have my fitness routine. Like I can't even tell you guys how many messages I've been getting. And I'm like, I I know, I don't just do workouts. So really speak to the objections that you are getting publicly. If you keep getting, it's too much money, it's too much money, it's too much money. When's the last time that you made a post that it's too much money and like totally address it? That's honestly such a good way to like just never get that objection again. Because I don't get money objections very often because I'm very unapologetic that my team is the bomb. It is amazing to be a part of it. It is not about this month. It is about your lifetime. You're a part of our Glow family for a lifetime. So look at the words that you are posting. If you're getting the same objection over and over again, I would highly recommend you having somebody on your team look at your posts. I actually just sent one to Noelle tonight and said, hey, can you help me edit this down? Because I'm just in my own head of taking action and I need your help because you already hit your goals this month. So lean on your team and use them. Okay, so where do you guys go when you're like, I feel like I talked to everybody. I feel like I don't know who else to invite or connect with or ask. The first thing is you should already have been building a lot of momentum this month from the 25 connections. I think that's been so baller. It's helped me level up even more relationships that are genuine and are, even if they're not going to sign up this month, they're going to sign up in the future. But I like to first go to my customer list. Do you guys know? I mean, I don't know what other teams know, but personally for me, I sign up customers, unless they're going to start the business right off the bat, with a challenge pack, right? And then month 2, when they want to stay on Shakeology, they get an email to upgrade and do their Shakeology order with 25% off. So that means you can double dip in Success Club points. Does everybody follow me with that? You know what I'm talking about? So like customer gets challenge pack, you get 2 SC points, month 1. Month 2, you got to catch them before their next shipment, enroll them as a coach with their Shakeology order, make sure they cancel the Shakeology order on their customer account, and they can upgrade with another challenge pack if they want, or just Shakeology and get the $40 reimbursed, and you get 2 more SC points. So the first place I go when I'm like, what do I do with Success Club? I go to my customer base. Who has canceled Shakeology? Maybe who has fallen off the wagon and gone quiet in your groups? Who signed up last month that you know needs the discount? That's such an easy way because they already value what you do. They've already bought into it. It's just a great way for you to build longevity with people that truly want to be there. And that's kind of how I've hit Success Club very easily in the past year and taught my team to do the same, because I don't want coaches on my team that are going to flake out and go inactive and not be serious about the products, right? So I want to help them that first month see really good results and then upgrade them. The second place you guys can go to your coaches that have been with you for a while. Ask them for referrals. Ask them if they know any friends. Be honest and say, hey, I'm pushing for a big goal this month. Do you know anyone that would want to be a part of our community? They already love what you do. And if nothing else, it could spark the interest for them to coach too. And when they have friends that are interested, they hit Emerald fast. So you have to be thinking on double wavelengths and sometimes know that that just opens the conversation up to the coaching opportunity in general. Because if they see you enroll one of their friends, they might realize, oh, I should probably coach because I would have benefited from it, you know? The other thing I go to is, when's the last time you guys sent an email on your online office? Do you guys know what I'm talking about? How you can send an email to your customers or coaches from your online office? So I'll tell you a quick hint. I have had tons of leads that don't answer me, right? People that continuously buy Shakeology full price. I actually go through and look at my subscription orders, and I sent them an email this past week and I said, hey, this is what's going on this month. Just noticed that you've been buying Shakeology full price. Would love to help you upgrade to 25% off. Again, an opportunity for you to give to them. But also, sometimes I just take my posts that do really well and I copy paste it to my email, because most people might not see your social media posts and I already did the work to make the post. Send it to them and then put a form and say, fill out the form to join my June group. So that's like literally taking the work you've already done and just putting it in a different place and reserving it up. Okay. Super duper easy for me to do and reach tons of people all at once. What else? Okay. Last couple things. If you guys want to be serious about your business, you got to look seriously at your time. Because if you're not at your goals yet this month, there should be no TV. There should be no distractions. There should be no scrolling your phone mindlessly, because you all have families, and every minute that you take away from your family is time away from precious building time with them, right? So like sometimes you have to get in those pinch moments at the end of the month and communicate with your spouse or your family or whoever that you live with, whatever you're doing, and say no to the things that you would normally say yes to because your goals matter that much. For me, I'm not going to watch TV the next 4 days because I'm going to take that extra hour and put it towards talking to people. I don't like to be in this place. It's not fun for me. I haven't been here in a really, really long time, and I want to teach my coaches not to be there too. But it takes sacrifice. And if you think that sitting and watching Bravo TV tonight is going to build your business and help people connect with you and hit Success Club, it ain't. It is not, girlfriend. Because your mindset is like not fully focused. So when you're having conversations and following up or like following people, your energy is not the same as if you were totally giving 110% to your business when you are actually doing it. So I'd really challenge you to know it's going to take some extra time and extra effort these next 4 days if you want to make it happen, especially if you're at zero, but you got to communicate that. Otherwise, your spouse will start to resent this business. Your family will not appreciate it, but you got to be strict about your boundaries and get the stuff done that you need to get done when you need to get done. And sometimes that's doing extra. Like, guys, I've stayed up till midnight before and run my business and get up and work the next day. It's not fun. I'm not proud of it, but Success Club is the root of what we do for a reason, right? There's something that Mackenzie has that you want, or Natalie has that you want, or Jess has that you want. And they will tell you, I'm sure, that there's times where they give up things that they don't want to do to hit a rank or to hit a goal, because they know that that consistency matters. And if they don't do it, how the heck can they ask you to do it, right? Have an accountability partner and get on Zoom. I actually just got on with Audrey before this and we did a power hour. Like, that is priceless. I already have my power hour lined up for tomorrow with Noelle, and we have a time set up. Connect with somebody on your team and say, hey, I need you to hold me to this. Why? Because it's a lot easier to give up on yourself. It's harder to give up on somebody else. And those little things really can make a difference. I know I come home and my eyes are like this, guys. Like, I stare at a computer all day doing architecture work, and it is hard sometimes. But again, if you want to grow in this business, you have to put in the hustle just like everybody else had to at some point. And some months you still do at some points. It's not always easy, because I'm proof of that. Don't forget to like offer a bonus if you need to. Like, if somebody's on the edge and they're not sure if they want to commit, offer up a cookbook, offer up a gift card. You guys know that there's a $50 limit for challengers that you can like do a giveaway. So that's on you and your business. Obviously, I always believe what we do is very valuable, and I don't think that you should give away your entire paycheck by any means or pay for anybody's anything. But don't be afraid to say, hey, I'm doing a fitness basket raffle for my newest challengers, or I'm giving away free samples of Energize for all my new challengers. Something simple like that could be the difference of somebody saying yes or no. And it just shows that like you truly care about them and you want to see their results. And just remember that every invite you send, it's got to be personal. Don't copy paste. Don't be that girl. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Those other companies, I won't say who, that send you that huge long thing and it's so impersonal. Yes, you have to have a lot of connections. You have to have a lot of conversations these next couple of days, but make it personal about that person. And the biggest piece of advice, if you take nothing else away from this call tonight, get on the phone with somebody that's on the edge or somebody that you're talking to and ask your coach to get on with you. And they might not like me saying that, but I will tell you, the people I get on the phone with my team, and I spend time on the phone with them, what happens? Audrey will tell you. They know. Energy, community, they feel the vibe of who you are and what you do. And if you're confident enough to get on the phone with somebody yourself, do the damn thing and schedule as many calls as possible. Do you guys know Scotty Hobbs? He's like multi-million-dollar earner, multi-star diamond under Lindsay Matway. He's a baller guy coach. He would work 12-hour days his first year of coaching, and every half hour outside of his work, on the way home, on the way to work, at his lunch break, he had calls scheduled with people lined up. Be a phone machine. Like, be those ladies in the 1920s that would connect the calls. This is a personal business. And so I really challenge you guys to have those connections in person. Get on Zoom and talk to somebody about your challenge groups. Don't forget the essence and the human connection that we have. That is everything. Like, I'm doing all my follow-ups, not saying, hey, did you see my last message? All my follow-ups are, when can you get on the phone this week? What's a good time for you? Let's talk about it. Because you're going to get through the conversation so much faster than going through Facebook or social media message or even email. That's like, you're depending on them to answer and see it. And we all know we have squirrel brain. I would much rather spend 30 minutes on the phone with somebody, walk them through the enrollment, get them set up and signed up, than wait for them to see my message and then they see it and never answer you again, right? Like, wouldn't that feel so much more authentic? So be a human being and don't be scared of talking to people, because they are signing up with you and y'all are amazing. And every single person that said they haven't helped somebody yet, you can at least help one. But it's up to you to be bold, to be confident, and to know that you have a gift to give. And it is your duty and privilege as a coach to freaking give it to anybody and everybody that you can reach, because there is, I'm sure each of you has 500 to 1,000 friends on one social media platform at least. So someone do the math, 12, 14. So that's like 14,000 people that we could potentially reach. Like, that's wild. And that is a damn shame for us to not go give it. So there is no reason that every single person on this call cannot help at least 5 people in the next 4 days, because somebody else out there needs you and we're going to do it together. So does anyone have any other further tips, questions? We can totally open it up. Like I said, I wanted to keep it short and sweet and hopefully just fire you up. Or Mac, if you want to add anything.
Yeah, I think you crushed that. I love the getting on the phone thing. That is so smart. I do that with like potential coaches, but I've never thought about just like talking to a challenger and being like, hey, jump on the phone with me. And she's right. Like, keep the ball in your court so you're not sitting around waiting on that person to respond. But she's also right that this is so much more than I just need to hit Success Club because it's important for my business. It's kind of like, you know, how important is it? And the way you respond to this adversity will say a lot about where you take your business in the long run. Like, I'll sit here and tell you, like, sure, if you miss this goal, no one's kicking you out of Beachbody, right? Like, you don't get kicked out of the team. Nobody's kicking you out of your team page. No one's canceling your account. Nothing, you know, maybe you miss out on $50 to $100 this month. Like, honestly, there isn't going to be any kind of repercussion. Like, I don't know, I hear all kinds of crap from other companies, but what I do want you to be aware of is you answer to yourself when it comes to that. And the way you show up to this is the way you'll show up to even bigger, more challenging, more fearful scenarios in your business and in your life. And so for me, like, locking in these kind of goals at this last minute was always me really like showing myself what I'm made of and showing myself how important this business was to me. And no matter what happened at 12 o'clock on midnight on that last day, no matter where my business was, I was at least going to lay my head down on that pillow and know that I did every single thing I could, that I fought for it because it meant something to me. And then when something else hard came along, I fought for that too, because we don't hit every goal. I've missed goals. Danielle's missed goals. You know, we've never missed Success Club, but we've missed other things. We've missed rank advancements. We've missed stuff. Like, we miss things. But if you go full force ahead, you will come out of it so much stronger and with such a bigger business. So look at locking in this goal like it means that much. It means how you're showing up in the fourth quarter through the adversity. And it says a lot about the coach you're going to be, the character that you have, and the type of leader that you want to be for your team as well. That's all I'll add.
Hey, I'll add something real quick. Especially, sorry, my kids watch cartoons. I'll come over here. Especially with the conversations, I also loved how she mentioned getting on the phone. But I know that probably a lot of moms' hearts dropped in that moment because, let's face it, we have little people at our feet 24/7. There's usually crying. Someone saying last minute they need their ass wiped. I mean, everything and anything underneath the sun. It's like our days are so unpredictable. So I wouldn't rule that out. I think that if you're on the car ride and you have earbuds, definitely schedule that call. But definitely your verbiage on how you word things and keeping the ball in your court, I personally feel is extremely beneficial. So I never say something like at the very end of our conversation, let me know if you're interested. I don't say that word. I put urgency on all of my conversations at the end, especially if I know that they're interested. So I'll say something like, hey girl, I only have 3 spots left in my group. I want to make sure that you have everything by Monday to hit the ball rolling. Do you have any more questions for me? So I say something to really help create that urgency. And I really do base it on that conversation and really revert back to what their goals were or maybe what their fear was and really just put their heart at ease, letting them know that I'm going to be there for them every step of the way. So know that this is your business. You can truly run it how you see fit. So the more that you do it, the more comfortable you'll become. And yeah, you just got to get yourself out there and actually doing it daily. Because if not, days are just going to keep on passing you by and you're just going to be like, man, I wish I would have, instead of just taking action. And literally scrolling is the thief to a lot of people building this business. And I'm going to say that again, especially for busy people, especially like Danielle, how she said that she'll come home and she'll work her business. Guys, like she said, it's a choice that she makes. I wouldn't even say it's a sacrifice. If she's going to take time away from her family, she would much rather put that time towards building her business and having, a set of things that she needs to do to move her business forward versus just sitting there scrolling social media, looking through people's stories. Build your business, right? So that's all I wanted to add from that too. So, all right, go ahead, Danielle, take it away.
Thanks, Jess. I didn't even see you there. I was too focused, so thanks for popping on. Just make it personal for yourself. Like Mackenzie was saying, I just think that this is like, it's personal to me. Like, it's not even about being on the Success Club board or whatever. To me, it's like, it's just a non-negotiable. It's like, I think I told my team this story, like, think about it in college, right? When you guys had an essay due and it was like Friday at 8 a.m. and it's Wednesday night and you have nothing done. Did you show up to your class and no paper? No, you friggin' worked your booty off and you stayed up late and you had your friend edit it and you wrote to your heart's content. Like, I just think that sometimes we treat our jobs, as probably most of you work full-time still, is my guess, or you're a full-time mom. We treat that as like the number one, but then we let our business slide. And I just think that y'all have so much potential. Like I said, if we all have 500 to 1,000 friends on our social media right now, that's 7,000 to 14,000 people that we have the potential to reach, and y'all can totally do it. So my first step to you is get out a blank piece of paper and make a list. I put a list of new people and I put a list of coach upgrades, and have something in front of you at all times for the next 4 days. Because if you're having that many conversations and you're having that many connections and people are asking for info, you need a list of something somewhere that you can always go to. Okay. The second step I'm going to challenge you guys to do is to get on your social media and celebrate the heck out of somebody from your community. Tell their story. Don't just put up one post on your story. Really walk through how have they changed their life, how you've been a part of it, how you've seen them transform. Let people feel your energy. And the third thing I'm going to challenge you to do, and I think this could bridge the gap of what Jess was saying, whether you schedule a phone call or y'all as moms use voice message, right? Because there's only a minute long that you can do with voice message. That's a great way for people to still have that connection with you and start implementing that. So whether you're scheduling a call each day for the next 4 days or you're using voice message in your messages, make it part of your mandatory vital behaviors. All right? Cool. Does that work? All right. Did you have one more thing, Mackenzie? Okay. All right, y'all. I'm going to let you go.
Just excited. Let's do this.
Let's go crush it. And I want you guys to keep sharing the GIFs in the Road to Leadership page. Oh, our big announcement. That's what I was going to say. So we decided for this group, you guys are going to see a post go up because we wanted to keep this energy going. And I know a lot of you are going to Summit and we want to meet for the first time. So we're going to do a success partner connection post this week because we want to connect more of you together that have similar goals. Maybe you're in the same area of the country. Maybe you're in a similar stage of life. So you'll see a post go up where you guys can just get to know each other a little bit more. Obviously, Success Club is your priority. Number one. So don't freak out if you missed the post or you didn't get it up. It'll be up there for the rest of the week. But take some time to kind of introduce yourself and share what you're looking for. It's kind of like dating for coaching. I know for me personally, having different success partners has been a game changer. They hold me to my goals even when I want to give up. And so you never know who you might connect with and even maybe work in person or work out with in person. So we thought that was a great way to kind of connect y'all and add a different level of accountability to your business as you continue to move forward from this group and what you've learned. So go make yourself proud. I'm going to shut up now and thank y'all for being here. I know we're going to crush it and we're going to change so many lives together, and don't be bashful of sharing your wins through the rest of the week in the page as well. I want to see how many lives you're changing. All right. Let's go crush the end of May, guys. I will see you later.